Hey friends! So sorry for the delay. We're having some fun technical difficulties. I am Sammy. I am here for your website reviews. We are live on YouTube. We will be sharing the link on Facebook. So apologies for not being there. Technology happens, connections change and shift, but that's all good. We are here. We're going to have a good time together going through some real Oh My High websites. So I am Sammy. I'm a digital marketing strategist, also website design developer, and so excited to be here to talk through these websites. And really, my approach is to come at it from a random user who's landing on your homepage and wants to be able to clearly understand who you are. What problem do you solve? How can you do something for me? How can you make my life better? So I'm looking for clarity. I'm looking for user experience. I'm looking for um, kind of what's going to draw me in to help you get better conversions from your Oh My High websites. Now, this is one of the things that I love about Oh My High is that we really are keyed into like what's going to help you actually launch your website, get it going, get it out there, build and grow your business, whatever your business is. So if you're looking for technical support on how to build your website, the amazing Lisa Duck holds weekly live Q&As where she'll literally walk you through some of the areas that you're stuck. And I've not seen another platform that really gives that much attention and care to all of their customers. So I think that's fantastic. So make sure you check that out if you are already in the community, if you are already participating in the Oh My High community and you just need a little assistance, it is there for you. If you're considering using Oh My High, just know that they care about you, they take care of you, they are there for you all the time with whatever it is that you need so that you can launch and grow your business successfully. So I've got 3 websites that I will be talking through today. So excited to kind of share these with you. And so I'm going to share my screen and let's jump right into it. Okay, so the first one is Lisa Duck. And so if you are in the Oh My High community, then you know her because she talks all the time and trains all the time to help you make the best use of the program and the platform. So I'm excited to be reviewing her site with you here today. And so this is Lisa Duck's. So we're going to start with the announcement bar. Simplify your business with ChatGPT tips for direct sellers and small business owners. Grab your freebie here. Okay. So I love at the beginning, you say like who you work with. We're going to talk about this a little bit more. Most of the people that I review their websites, I don't know their business. I do know Lisa's business a little bit more. So anyway, so ChatGPT tips. I would get specific about what like area that you're supporting them in. I know you work a lot on like technology and um, simplifying your workload and things like that. So maybe get a little bit more specific on what types of ChatGPT tips these are. But again, if this is converting well for you, then don't touch it. But just something in case you might need to test it out might be something to think about. So then let's look at your navigation. Um, I would also like I know that the other 99% is your podcast, but I might consider actually changing that out and having it just say podcast because if I'm just landing on your page, I don't know that that's what that is. And then same with simplify business, I might change this to services. We want our main navigation to be super easy for people to understand. So the how we make the transformation happen, that is the name of the product or the name of the thing that we do. But here in our navigation, we want to make it stupid easy for people to understand, like, this is what we do. This is the page you need to go to understand how you can either work with me, services, podcasts, the blog, etc. Love this header, super clean, pretty. Okay, empowering direct sellers and small business owners to simplify and thrive online. Love this as kind of a tagline or a subheading. The one thing that I learned a few years after I started my business, so like my main business is H&E Marketing Solutions. So I couldn't figure out a name, and so I named it after my kiddos. So their initials, and then I did marketing solutions because I was like, I don't really know what this is going to be. So two tips that I'll give you is one is what I didn't read, like always write out your URL before you name your business, because my business now looks like Handy Marketing Solutions because it's HANDE. So that's one thing that I would do differently. And then also it's understanding like the terminology that you're using in your business. So somebody once told me like, so the word solutions can be very vague, and also people have their own interpretation of what that looks like. So when I think of a marketing solution now, because I've learned about your business, I already have my own kind of thought about what that looks like and what that is for me versus like letting you help me guide me in what my marketing solution might be. And so I would say the same thing is true. Again, I love the clarity of the audiences here. To simplify and thrive online, that can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. So, what does that mean to you actually? To save time in their day, to not have to manage as many tech tools, like get hyper specific with what this looks like for you and your audience. Um, and all of this is, I think all of this is great. But we have to remember that people are scrolling our websites, they're running through things really quickly. So let's make it really simple in these headers, clear, like I solved the problem that you have. Same here with the button, simplify business. I don't know what that means necessarily. So maybe just make this like check out my services or whatever about me. Then this section, I'm here to empower direct sellers and small business owners. Love all of this. Yes. Yeah. So then this is great. Got questions? Let's connect. That this goes to the contact page. Perfect. I think this is as far as sharing who you are and what you do. Okay, so then here, how can I help? Instead of saying how can I help, maybe think about like a pain point again that your visitor might have. So, like, would you love to get 5 hours a week back in your day? Whatever that might be, but something that's gonna like connect because we're on the homepage, so we haven't necessarily, we may not have necessarily gone deep into all of the things that you offer or like who you are. Because remember, like I'm looking at this from the eyes of somebody who has come across you in Google search, right? We have our websites because we want to try to bring more people in organically, meaning free traffic to our website because they've looked up things on search. So maybe this is another opportunity to like add another objection or pain point that your ideal customer has. So maybe make that a little bit more in line with a pain point. And then, yes, yes, I might be more specific with digital side. Are you talking about marketing? Are you talking about technology? Are you talking about um, project management tools? Maybe get a little bit more specific there. Yep, love that you say the other 99% podcast. Uh, I dive into the text so you don't have to. Let's take the overall. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay. All this is good. Great graphics. Um, and these all go to different elements of your website. I love also that you have the images linked as well as the headers here, as well as the buttons. So it makes it super easy for people to get to where they are. Yeah. I love discovering tools, resources. Yep. I think this copy is great. Like this is fine. Um, I think this button makes it seem like I have to know what's up here. And I know this is going to sound a little contradictory because like here it's like learn more and there's nothing specific there, but this is a longer paragraph. So like whereas here it's like the other 99% podcast, I assume that this is what the learn more button is. Like these two things are so clear and short. This is a little bit longer. I might not read it. Curious, see what I'm loving right now. Yes. Maybe say like what business tools, what tech tools. Again, we just want to make it easier for people to make those clicks. I love this section. Listen, testimonials are fantastic. They're super helpful for people to have that like third party validation that you know what you're doing, you are somebody trusted that we should talk to. I love that you have the photos here in the corner. I think that's great. If we can have photos in our testimonials, that's fantastic. Let's work together. Great. um Okay. And then, okay, this is great. Become one of the other 99% insiders. So, a newsletter that has a name or a brand or like a community attached to it is fantastic. Like, people want to be a part of something that they're getting value from. They don't just want to like join another newsletter. Like, our inboxes are full. So, this is great. Real stories, smart strategies, simple tools. Love that. I would honestly use this tagline like here, because when I look at this, like, I don't necessarily know simplify life can be so many different things. Um, but to say like real stories, smart strat, like this is great. And then you say here, yep, subscribe for weekly insights. You're telling them how often they're going to hear from you. Insights, inspiration, digital tools. You might want to add small business in here because you do talk about that a lot more in your website and you don't have that here. Also share tips and takeaways from the other 99% everyday leaders and experts. Yes. Okay. Great. This is all great. Plain, simple. Love it. Must read blogs. Yep. And then you've got all your stuff hyperlinked. Yep. I think great. You've got a lot of the key elements to get people to know a little bit about you. You've got some personal photos, which are great. You attach some pain points. So just cleaning up some of the different sections of language to talk specifically to the pain point of your potential audience. Otherwise, I think you've got a lot of really good things. Just be a little bit more clear. And that's the hardest, to be honest, the hardest part about doing the own copy for your website, because you know so much more about what you do. So definitely always recommend having somebody else take a look at your website and say, like, does this make sense? Is this clear? And be more clear than you think you need to be. Okay, so let's move on to Mindy, and this is bloom2beyou.com. And so, like, first thing off the bat that I'll say is, from a user experience, I think that this color contrast situation is going to be a little bit difficult. So this is hard for me to read, this white font on this peach background. Even these icons are a little bit muted. So I would definitely think about a different color to use for your text and whatnot. Because this is hard. But exciting news, sneak peeks for the next drop are here, text surprise. Yeah. Okay, hyperlink this so that it's easy for people, especially on a mobile device. And then sneak peeks for the next drop of what? So I would make it very clear here, like remind people what your product is that you're selling. Because if I'm just landing here, I have no idea. And if I scroll down or I move somewhere else on the site and I still have no idea, like I might not come back here. So sneak peeks for the next drop of J Bloom are here, right? And then I know this is part of the template, this hello there. I might change there to like your ideal customer, like something that's going to appeal to them. So like hello, jewelry obsessed fashionista or whatever makes sense for who your audience is. Just so that they see that right there and they're immediately like, oh yeah, she gets me. She knows me. Like, okay, let's continue on. I should make you feel bad. Yep, permanent jewelry. I might even bold some of these things, like maybe bold permanent jewelry, since that's kind of a unique feature. But be sure to say hi. I would love to connect. So you all know, if you've watched a few of these, that I have a love-hate relationship with social media icons being above the fold. So meaning like I have not had to scroll yet, but I see these social media icons. I have not yet had a chance to connect with you on this website, maybe a little bit. If I go to Facebook right now, I'm gonna go down that rabbit hole and probably never come back to your website. Same with Instagram, right? So I am a big fan of icons being at the very bottom. I might consider instead having a button here that says, like, join my email list, that drops people down to that opt-in section, or like to the blog, or like you, it could be a Facebook group. I don't know. I just give them a different way, like a form or something else here to connect with you. I prefer these to be at the very bottom. Plus, again, with the colors, they're really hard to see. So I would definitely consider having another accent color that maybe makes those a little bit brighter. But love these photos and the pictures that you have of the jewelry. I think that's a great display. And then same here, like this is just real hard to read. Customizable jewelry. I love that you talk about your personal experience, tells your unique story. Again, maybe bold a few things that might stand out. Um, or the scene. Yeah. So, yeah, I think all of this is fine. I think at some point in a blog or something, you could go through more of like the objections people would have about permanent jewelry and what that looks like, questions they might have, things like that. Um, yep, this is all great. So I would make these headers. Like I like this personalized jewelry that's really easy for me to understand, but maybe make the headers, the language, something that's like gonna connect with your audience. So I don't know necessarily what permalinks is. Um, so you might want to have this be more like attention grabbing, like, hey, this is permanent bracelets or whatever. And then you can put that in here, but people don't really care. This is similar to like Lisa, right? Like people don't necessarily care about what you've named your product. They care about how it's going to solve a problem for them. So we want to make that easier for them to skim and scan. Um, and then same here, like my go-to for monthly treats is our subscription box, but like what am I going to get in there? Because this image is too small. And then here's the other thing is when we have images with text on them, that's not super user friendly. So we want to kind of think about great visuals that are going to really show what is in the box, or like examples of boxes, and then click the buy now, because I'm going to be much more inclined, like only $20. But from what I can see here, I don't really know what's in it. So what's going to entice me to click? So creating an image that maybe is going to be more enticing for people to click. This photo and stuff is great. And then don't miss a thing. Again, the font and color combination is a little bit difficult. Join the email. So join my, right? Like we're individual consultants. We want to really make it personal. You're going to talk to me. Be very clear. Join my email list to hear about new releases, specials, and giveaways. I would even take it a step further to really like show the value of what you share in your newsletter. And then again, this is just really hard, the color contrast to see. I think the language is fine. And then hyperlink your phone number and hyperlink your email so that people can easily click on it on mobile if they want to connect with you. And again, the icons down here are great and fabulous. Maybe make them a different color so they're easier to see. But overall, I think great. I mean, I think there's probably a little bit more information on your homepage you could add about permanent jewelry, because sometimes the word permanent can feel a little overwhelming. And also, like, what types of jewelry do you sell? Is it bracelets? Is it necklaces? Is it rings? Like that kind of thing. Like, what does that look like? I think you could add a little bit more on what J. Bloom actually is and like what products you sell, and how that relates to your audience. But otherwise, overall, great. Lots of good stuff here. Okay, so the last one we're gonna look at is Marcia with Tokara. Yeah, and I think from a main navigation, shop with me makes sense. These are fine. Like a sip and shine with me, I don't know what that means. So maybe just think about what that looks like and how that relates to random people in order to encourage more clicks and connections. Love this photo with you. I do love that you have your phonetic or pronunciation of your name. I think that's super fun.